Hi guys, it's Kris from KVM Design. I'm so excited about this video. 3 ways that you can work remotely without switching career. I feel like nowadays when you search on the internet for, how to make money online, people give you 15 ways that you can make money, by doing affiliate links for products, drop shipping, working on Upwork, doing something that you don't even know what it is about. And I thought it would be nice to do a video to give you 3 ways that you can actually start working remotely without having to switch career. So obviously not all professions can be done remotely, but if you think outside the box, there might be a way that you can adapt what you're doing right now to make it an online job. Take me as an example. I'm an interior designer. I was working in London-based studios as an interior designer. I get this every day. People say, but don't you need to be based locally to work on interior design projects? And technically, yes. But when I started working remotely, I was working for my company, the company that I was working for in London. And because freedom and flexibility were more important to me, I was happy to become more of a technician. So I was doing some design, but I was doing more construction drawings. I was helping on presentations, on Photoshop, and I was happy to kind of give up on site visits and client meetings because I wanted to see if working remotely was going to make me happier. A lot of professions that you feel can't be done remotely, if you just adapt it a little bit, there might be a possibility for you to work remotely. So the first point that I want to talk about is, if you have a job right now, you're working full-time in an office and you want to test it out to see if you like working remotely, because it's not for everyone. You don't have someone constantly looking over your shoulder to see if you're doing the work. You don't have all your colleagues to chat, at the office. So it's definitely something that can be more lonely and more difficult for people who need structure and who need a boss. So a good way to test this out is to get your current boss to allow you to work 1 day per week remotely. So now, during COVID, a lot of people who were working in office had to work remotely. For some of those companies, you're going to keep working remotely, and for others, you're going back to the office. What I would say is, if you have not had this experience of working remotely or from home, not remotely, but working from home, then what you can do is get your boss to allow you, maybe just half a day per week initially, because a lot of people pre-COVID had a hard time letting their employees work from home, thinking that the productivity was going to take a hit. And during COVID, probably a lot of you realized that you may have been working more than if you were in the office, because there was nobody to talk to. You probably worked longer hours. So just do it gradually. If you do a really good job and your boss sees that you're being actually way more productive at home, he will most definitely allow you to at least do 1 day per week. Then you may be able to convince him to do 2 days, then 3 days. Maybe it's just, I actually think a good balance is doing 2-3 days at home and 2 days at the office. That could be a good one, because then you don't miss out on the social aspect, but then you also have more flexibility on the other days. Some people work better in the morning, some people work better at night. So it definitely allows more flexibility. Then if you're like me and you like to travel, it has to be a 5 day per week, obviously. But just doing it gradually and making sure that you do a lot more than you would be doing in the office is definitely going to convince him that working remotely you can be productive and it actually works. So yes, then number 2, you could just quit your job and start freelancing. So platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, you might potentially find projects there. So if you're an interior designer, you can definitely get on Upwork. That's where I started freelancing. You obviously need to spend a lot of time working on your portfolio, so creating an online portfolio if you don't have one. And be prepared to either not pay for the first couple of projects or just ask for a very low rate to do the project so that you can get great testimonials, and that will help you get more projects, because people want to make sure that you've been doing a good job before giving you, their project. So that's another thing you could do. You could just quit your job and just give yourself 6 months, a year to try out freelancing, see if you like it, and then you can still go back to your old job. It's you've got to try, you've got to take risks in life to get the life that you want. Nothing is easy. All the people who have quit their job and started working on their own were scared, because it's scary. You don't have any sure salary. You don't know how much you're gonna make next month. So it definitely is a learning curve and a mindset shift. So you just need to assess what is more important for you. Are you happy in your job, or do you really want the flexibility and the freedom to work on your own terms? You just have to assess what's more important. Then the third one is to start your own business. I started freelancing, but then I quickly moved on to starting my own business because I was tired of looking for projects. I wanted clients to come to my company instead, so I didn't have to spend time looking for clients. And also, I would say that it gives you more room for being creative with the type of business that you want. So obviously you need to validate your offer, your idea, and make sure that people want to pay for it. But a good thing as well is to try, if you've heard about Ikigai, it's a Japanese concept that helps you find out your purpose in life. And I'm gonna put a diagram here. So I recommend you check it out. I'm not gonna explain it here. But for me, it helped me combine my passion for traveling and my passion for interior design. And by combining both, I'm actually creating the life of my dreams. And I would say that although starting a business is very difficult, and I'll be talking in other videos about my struggles, you become really passionate about it, because it's like your baby. And I feel that when you have a business and it starts working, you start making money, there's always, it's exciting to try and find new ideas to grow the business, how you can best serve your clients, what services you can add, where do you want to take the business, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. Do you want to remove yourself from the business and work on something else that's still related, but something that, will become your next goal, your next baby, your second baby. So I definitely think that starting my own business was the thing to do and not stay as a freelancer. But it depends as well about your goals. If your goal is to just take on a couple of projects every year and just take it easy and just being able to work wherever you want, do as much or as little as you want, maybe freelancing is the best idea. You don't want to have to deal with hiring people or growing too much. You just want to stay small, and that's fine. Not everybody has the same goals. And I think it's totally fine if you want to freelance for the rest of your life. If it brings you the happiness and enough money to have the life that you want, then absolutely go for it. Starting your own business definitely has its challenges, but it's another path. And for those 3 ways, you don't have to switch career. So if you want more tips around this topic, please let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to film another video.